Hey YouTube, how's it going? I have mentioned several times this summer about how much I loathe the job which I continue to work at in order to have some money in the bank. So, I figured that this is as good a week as any to describe my job for you. Now, Velocity is a clothing store that I work at. I do retail, and that's probably, if any of you have ever worked in retail before, you'll understand why I don't like it very much. I'm an assistant manager of my store, because the store that I work at, we have one manager, and then there are two assistant managers, myself and another person, and then there are two sales associates, and they're below us. As an assistant manager, my job is to run the cash register when needed, stock when needed, talk to customers, deal with customers, run returns, keep the sales associates in line, give advice, and help whenever needed for my manager, stuff like that. Now, I'll be the first to admit, I know it's not the worst job out there. I've worked worse jobs, and I know that there are much worse jobs out there than retail. My problem with it is the complete lack of any intellectual stimulation. I know this makes me sound like a nerd, but that's one thing that I really crave over the summer. I mean, I'm actually enjoying reading all of the textbooks I have for my classes in the fall because it gives me something to think about and something to work my mind around. Now, it isn't all bad. Also, I like my coworkers. Even my manager, she's really fun to work with. And, you know, my sales associates are adorable. I call them my minions because they're below me and have to do what I say. So they are my minions, and I like having minions. However, there are things that make me cringe, things that make me very glad that I'm only there for 2 more weeks, because in 3 weeks I move to go start grad school. First off is pay. Now, mind you, I'm glad that I am making money at all. I have friends who are having friends and family actually, who are having a lot of difficulty finding and holding on to jobs because the economy sucks. So I'm glad to have a job, but I got a pay cut this year because I'm only working for them for 2 months, last month and this month, and because I cannot stay for the entire summer, they gave me a pay cut when I first came in. Second off, they have a system where you make a certain amount of money per hour and you get that in, your bi-weekly paychecks. However, at the end of the summer, depending on how well sales were in your store, you get a bonus check. And, it's never, a huge amount, but it's nice, to get this check in mid-October for a little bit extra. So, a nice little extra amount. And I've gotten that. I've worked for this company. This is my 3rd year there. And for the past 2 years, I've always gotten a bonus check. This year, however, no one can quite confirm or deny whether I'm getting one. And that, I don't know how to feel about that because, I want our store to do well, Like I said, I like my coworkers. I want them to have jobs. So I don't want the store to, burn or go out of business or anything. But it's hard to stay motivated when I don't even know if I'm getting anything out of us selling a whole bunch or only a little bit. I hate the music we play. It's not as bad this year as it was my 1st and 2nd year there. I've kind of learned to tune it out, and it doesn't bother me as much. By the way, this is the store where I learned to hate Jimmy Buffett immensely. But the soundtrack, the music that they play in the background is still, you're listening to the same CDs on repeat over and over every day. So it does get pretty old. Probably my biggest reason for disliking my job in retail. Now, I've only worked retail in one other store, and that was a jewelry store, and it didn't require this. But every time a customer comes into the store, we have to greet them. I can totally see that as being legit, letting them know, hey, I work here because we don't have uniforms. Letting them know, hey, I work here, if you need help, let me know. And we're supposed to tell them the deals our store have as well. And I guess I can kind of see that. But then we're also supposed to use grabbers. Now, a grabber means we have to tell them, hey, you see this item? It would regularly sell for this price, but we sell it for that price. And we have to do that with 2 items for every customer. Now, certain people, this works fantastic. They'll come in, I'll say, hi, have you shopped with us? And they will be, No, I haven't, but tell me about it, and I do get people like that who are just really excited to be shopping, and they're really excited to hear what kind of deals we have. And those are great, I love working with people like that. The problem is there are also a lot of people who don't want you to talk to them, who kind of give you this look like, okay, great, let me shop on my own, and I can see coming up and talking to people being a major turnoff for a lot of customers. Still, I do my job to the best I can, unless if you've got, headphones in, if you are speaking to someone else in a foreign language and kind of give me a look like you don't know what I'm saying, or if you're on your cell phone, I give people our greeting, it's my job. I'm going to do my job and earn my paycheck. But it can be really hard, and it's frustrating for me because I'm the second type of shopper, the kind who just, I don't want to be talked to. I want to be left alone when I shop. I want to do things my own way. My name is Keps, and I approve this message. Oh, there ain't no rest for the wicked. Money don't grow